rather than mere exposure is the goal and expectation at CMCA.
If a student has not learned, the teacher has not taught. The teacher may have covered material, but I expect every single person to be able to tell me the fact that was just taught, not just the ones that are from one particular social background or one particular ethnic group or one that's had a particular educational background. I do believe that, and we do believe that all children can learn and want to learn, and so we have high expectations. And we teach every student to mastery, meaning they can give a first-time correct answer with a delay of time.
Fast pacing enhances absorption of material. Teaching becomes highly efficient.
We don't keep teaching if we're not solid in a certain area. A teacher does a technique called repeat till firm. We teach more, teach faster. Students actually can take in information if it's taken in faster. If a teacher wants to slow down, it's actually harder for the student to keep up. The mind wants to wander. So we teach more, teach faster, we teach to mastery, and then when we feel we've got the mastery, then the teacher knows that the students are ready to move on. And that way, a teacher prevents cracks from emerging in the student's foundation. It's so efficient. The amount of material students can learn, even at kindergarten level, why go for something that would be a compromise when one's already had the taste of what is best?
Because mastery rests on a firm foundation of basic skills, CMCA insists that its students learn their math facts thoroughly.
We're going to start the day off with our facts today. We've got K, fact set K. That's right in front of you there. We're going to learn some new facts. We're going to go over the facts we learned yesterday. New facts today are 8 times 9 is 72. Say the fact and answer. You ready?
8 times 9 is 72.
And the commutative property is what? You ready?
9 times 8 is 72.
And this one, you ready?
6 times 6 is 36.
Awesome.
Memorization is strongly emphasized in other aspects of the CMCA program as well.
We believe that in order for those higher level skills to have a foundation upon which they can prosper, an enormous amount of memorization has to occur. Their memories are so strong at this point. They're like sponges. They can memorize an enormous amount of poetry at this stage that will stand them in very good stead.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. On the 18th of April in 75, hardly a man is now alive to remember that famous day and year. He said to his friends, the British marched by land or sea from the time to night.
CMCA looks for curricula that are coherent, sequential, incremental, and content-rich. Surely grammar, although not a direct instruction curriculum, looks quite similar to it.
Amanda. Boys. What is the simple predicate of sentence 1? Ashlyn.
Walked.
Walked. What is the complete subject of sentence 1? Jonathan. Several boys. And what is the complete predicate of sentence 1? Selena.
Walked carefully down the steep path.
This class is what?
Ran.
Are you watching, Caitlin? You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Eyes on the overhead.
The silly girls laughed at Kathleen's question.
Its object of the preposition, the article adjective. What kind of puppet? Funny adjective. The article adjective. What kind of girl? Silly adjective. Subject, noun, verb, object.
You understood subject pronoun. What you said about you. You give verb. You give what? Sax. Verify the noun. Does sax mean the same thing as you? No. Sax. Correct object. Give verb transitive. You give sax to whom? Me. Indirect object. How many sacks? 2. Adjective. Of preposition. Of what? Popcorn. Object of the preposition. Subject noun. Verb transitive. Indirect object. Direct object. Pattern 3. Check. Verb transitive. Check again. Of the popcorn prepositional phrase. Period. Statement. Declarative sentence. Go back to the verb. Divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Is there an adverb exception? No. Is this sentence in natural inverted order? Natural. No change.
Even the drawing program is based on explicit, systematic instruction of technique. CMCA assumes that all students can be taught the art of drawing.
Are these guys sitting straight up and down?
No, ma'am.
No, they're kind of leaning into each other, aren't they?
Yes.
So we're going to start their heads with curved lines, and we want to make sure that they're going to kind of curve in towards each other. But when we do that, we need to leave room for what?
Ears.
Terrific. Excellent. Brent. Last supper. Nice job, Parsa.
High Renaissance.
High Renaissance. Jackson.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Nice job. Nice job. Does anybody remember the year? Ian.
1495.
You've got it. Good job, guys. Excellent.
Classroom management is an integral part of the direct instruction strategy. Positive reinforcement is one key to bringing out the best in student behavior. Others are the fast pacing and choral responses.
Students are not permitted or encouraged to take, I call mental vacations or daydreams. They are on task. There's a maximum amount of student engagement. If you come to our school, I believe strongly people can feel the positives in the hallway. It's like a lingering aroma. We work so hard to get 4 to 7 positives for any one negative that we would give a student. And I do believe that when you walk in the hallways of our school, you feel, just as you would smell a fragrance, I believe that you feel the positives that are just exuding in the classrooms from each classroom. And it is a thrilling place to work as a result of that. Hard work, but a very positive, upbeat, lively place to work.
I think that the characteristic that most applies to CMCA kids is they're happy kids. They like being in this school, they enjoy what they're doing, they know they're achieving, and because they know they're achieving, they feel great. They feel great about themselves, they feel great about life. In other words, this is self-esteem as it should be earned. I think that when a visitor comes, he is struck by an atmosphere of order combined with good spirits. That's just something he picks up in the atmosphere walking down the hallway.